Hey, what's up guys, Syed here, and today I am in the 2020 Toyota Noah 1.8 Hybrid, and I have the owner Faizal beside me, and he's gonna be telling us a bit more about the car later on. So in Singapore you can get the Toyota Noah from parallel importers only, and there are two variants that you can get: the 1.8 Hybrid, which is the one we are in today, and you also have the 2-litre non-hybrid version. And both cars cost about 120k ish, around there. And there's even a version that comes with a wheelchair slope, so it's quite useful feature.
Well-kept version.
So this Toyota Noah 1.8 Hybrid comes with a 134 horsepower engine, 142 Newton meters of torque, and it has the eCVT transmission, and of course it's front wheel drive. So this car, the Toyota Noah, is actually positioned below the Estima and the Alphard and above the Sienta. And the pricing reflects that as well. Okay, so if you buy a used one, you can get a 2-year-old Noah for about 100k, somewhere around that range, with a Depre of about between somewhere around 10 to 12k. And if you get an Alphard, right, an Alphard has a Depre of 15k onwards, whereas the Sienta has a Depre of about 8k onwards. Okay, so the pricing of this car is in between those two cars. And at this point, some of you might be wondering, like, okay, there's a Toyota Noah, there's a Toyota Voxy, and there's a Toyota Esquire. All of them very similar, but from my understanding, the Voxy is intended to be the sportier version of the Noah.
Correct.
And then the luxury version of the Noah is the Toyota Esquire. Yeah. So out of all these three cars, the Noah is the cheapest at about 120k. 120k ish. And then next you have the Voxy, which is about 130k onwards. And then the most expensive one is the Toyota Esquire, which starts at about 139k. And all these three cars again from parallel importers. So let's get on straight to the review. Alright, so I am moving off in the Toyota Noah, and first impression is that it's very tall.
Yeah.
Okay, so Faizal, tell us, why did you choose this car?
Okay, firstly, I'm looking for hybrid model.
Okay.
As a private hire driver, hybrid models, they save on our petrol cost. It's very important, especially for full time. So hybrid is my number one choice.
Okay.
Then I tried to shortlist a few cars that are MPV, category MPV, because I want to seat 7 people, and furthermore my family is also big.
Okay.
So I was shortlisting a few. The Alphard hybrid and Velfire hybrid came into mind, number one. But looking at the operating costs, both are starting 2.4 litre, I believe. There are also 3-litre model. 2.5, 2.5. The cost itself are quite expensive. Yeah, so out of my budget. Okay. Then one step below will be the Toyota triplets family, which is the Voxy, Noah, and the Esquire. Yeah. So out of these three, I aim for the Voxy, my first choice. That's why my wallpaper on my Android is a Voxy here. Okay. So
why the Voxy?
Voxy is it looks more sporty. With the dual LED headlights. It's very nice. Yeah. But unfortunately, the car agent does not have the Voxy at the moment where I wanted to purchase. So I fall back on the Noah. Yeah, so here we are in the Noah.
So just to sum up, it's because you wanted a hybrid. You wanted a 7-seater because of your family needs.
Correct.
And something that's not as expensive as an Alphard lah.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so yeah, this is a perfect
combination.
Perfect combination lah, this car. Okay. Then how long have you owned the car?
I collected on January this year. Okay. But I actually booked it in October. So they need to ship it over, right?
Understand.
So it takes a few months for clearance whatsoever. And I managed to collect brand new in January. Okay. So not much of an issue. It's about, I think, 6 or 7 months old car. Right. But mileage is 51,
almost 52,000.
Almost 52,000. Because per day I drive about 400 km.
Per day?
Yeah, correct. 400 km, 350 to 400 km.
Oh, okay.
The mileage will increase very fast.
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of driving a lot, what's your fuel consumption like?
Okay, for this 50-litre tank, it will last me about 2.5 days. 2.5 days. So it's quite
actually about 1,000 Kilometers per tank? Close?
No, that's on paper, but mostly in practical I will reach about 650.
650 per tank?
650 per tank before the red light comes on.
Okay.
Right, so there's a reserve tank, about 650 at most.
But I thought it's a hybrid. It should get a bit more.
It might go longer, but depends on your driving style.
I see. Yours is more city stop start.
Yes, correct. So of course it consumes more.
So that being said, per liter, how many kilometers?
Let me see. What is showing around 17.9 in the center. 18.6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
18.6.
17. It'll be the range will be 16 to actually 18.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 to 18. Most of the time I leave it in eco mode. Morning hour I move it to power mode.
Okay.
So I go up the revs quite quickly.
Understand.
Yeah. So to have more torque on this car, because it's a heavy car, your RPM need to reach about 3,500. That's where my OBD comes in. You can see the RPM meter over there.
Okay.
Yeah, the Nova doesn't come with a RPM.
Oh, so it's either charging, eco or pro?
Yes.
Power, sorry.
Power,
Pro.
yes, correct.
Okay, if you don't mind sharing with us, how much did you buy the car for, roughly?
Okay, initially, I do not want to commit to a long-term purchase, especially for a high-ticket item.
Yep.
What I'll do is I'll try it out the car. Most likely I will rent. I've rented for many years, many cars previously.
Okay.
The Subaru WRX, the Honda Civic, for example, those 4-liter cars, and then for MPV, this is one of it. So I've rented for a few months, and for the company, they allow the hirers to actually convert to a hire purchase.
Okay.
If you are really willing to commit for a long-term basis.
Understand.
So I got it in January. I tried it out, or rather I rented for about 2.5 months.
Okay. You really like it?
By March, I really like the car. So I approached the car company again. I said I wanted this car.
Okay.
So they told me, yes, we will do the conversion for you, the LTA transfer fee whatsoever. All the paperwork will be handled by the company. I do not have to do a single paperwork.
Okay.
So that is good because they actually take care of their hirers.
Understand.
That is a good customer service that I want.
But like, how much do you have to fork out? Any amount or?
No, because there is no down payment. I've already made my deposit when I initially collected the car.
Okay.
Yeah, so the deposit remains.
Okay.
And the balance of the down payment, what they will do for me is that I will just continue to drive from them, and the amount that I paid them monthly will is for the down payment first.
I see.
After I finish the down payment, then the actual transfer ownership will happen.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very seamless.
Okay.
And they resell it to me after 6 months depreciation. They resell it to me at 94,500.
Okay.
Yes, so I believe it's quite a good deal lah. A good deal. So if I were to break down the cost to me it's about 72.86 per day. As compared to if I were to rent, or if anyone were to rent this car, it will be 3030 per month.
What, 3,000 a month?
Correct, 3,000 per month.
Expensive.
Yeah, quite expensive.
Okay.
That is inclusive of road tax, servicing, everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So for me, if I were to go for a long term, I would rather to purchase the car.
Understand.
It's more cost saving.
Yep.
Yes.
So you've owned this car for about 8 months lah, around there. So how has your ownership experience been for you? You put a lot of mileage lah on the car. So I think you have experience in this car.
Okay.
What's your impression?
Being a Toyota brand is reliable. That's why number one I choose is Toyota.
Okay.
Whenever you want to get spare parts, they will be readily available. They will not be that expensive.
Okay.
I believe the most expensive item should be the hybrid battery.
Yes, but that one is about close to 8-10 years. Then you have to replace. Right?
Yes, correct. So
any idea how much it costs?
From what I check around, hybrid battery will about 3K.
Okay lah, I mean
costing
for
about 3K.
8 to 10 years then you replace.
Yeah, correct. So if it lasts me during the duration of the vehicle, not too bad.
Not too bad.
So
okay.
yeah, other than that, just a few weeks back actually, when I was driving, moving off from a traffic light, there was knocking sound coming from the left and the right door. Initially it was very soft. Then subsequently it became more and more apparent. Up to when you are moving up a hump and going down the hump, you will hear. So I thought it was a suspension. But then again, new car, how can the suspension wear down, wear and tear? Cannot be, right? And then I researched online, some forums. Some people said it was actually the sliding door. So
a mechanism broke off, or
no, there's a mechanism alignment,
alignment issue.
Alignment issue due to the railing or whatsoever. So I visited the workshop which I normally do the servicing. The technician even brought out for a test drive with me. But the fault did not occur during the test drive.
Yeah, so usually like that.
So I was quite pissed. I told him, yes, there is really a sound coming out for it, So unfortunately my car camera did not record the sound. It wasn't that loud, but it occurred again. So I searched through some Facebook pages. Then finally I found someone who had a solution. It was actually the 3 hinge that the sliding door aligns with the car door frame itself. So these 3 hinge, they need to tighten every now and then. For example, every 2 or 3 months, you need to tighten using a spanner.
You can do yourself?
Yeah, you can do yourself with DIY. So I got myself a spanner, size 10. I tightened the bolts. Done.
Settle already.
Settle already.
Oh, free.
So that's why you see now our roads are quite uneven. You can hear it's very silent.
Correct.
There's no sound. But after a few months, I'm not sure how the thing can go out of alignment. You need to tighten it back again.
But maybe because you also, a lot of passengers come in and out.
Correct, yes. Per day, the door opens up and down is about 40-50 times. Yes.
Okay lah. I mean, a small inconvenience.
Very small inconvenience.
So speaking of that, can you tell us what do you like about this car?
It's very spacious.
Yes.
Very, very spacious.
Later I'm gonna try sit in the back.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Leg room for the front, for the middle row is very lengthy. Even for a guy who's maybe 1.7, I fit a lot of angmos at the back as well, at the last row. No problem. You just need to slide your seats accordingly. Adjust accordingly. Even so, the middle row, there will still be enough leg room for the passengers. So there is no problem. And if you were to fit 7 people or rather 6 passengers, you still have some luggage space to fit at the back. Of course, you couldn't fit four large suitcases but medium suitcases will be not an issue. Will not
so
be an
practicality
issue.
is excellent lah.
Practicality is there. And of course, it's a hybrid. That's what I'm looking for. So it's cost saving for the fuel. The car itself is not that expensive to maintain, and practicality is there. Yes.
So Faizal, do you mind sharing like what modifications you've done to this car?
Mostly is aesthetics looks. I do not touch any on the performance. Because I do not want my you increase the performance, but your what we call your fuel consumption goes down.
Correct. And you avoid the warranty also.
Correct. That's not my target in the first place. So I want my passengers to be in a very nice cabin, in a comfortable cabin. So I touch mostly on the cabin and the sound. I added in a few lightings, LED lightings at the front grille. There's LED lightings in the foot area, front and the middle row. There's LED lightings at the side of the door. LED is my favourite. So a lot is LED. Even the cabin lights have changed to LED white. So
is this standard, this infotainment?
No, this infotainment the original one is by Pioneer 6-inch.
Typical Toyota lah.
Pioneer 6-inch. It's very, very small. So I've changed to aftermarket 10.1-inch.
This is an Android one, right?
Yes, Android. And there's a JBL subwoofer underneath the driver's seat. 250 watt JBL subwoofer. Yes, correct.
Interesting. So what do you dislike about this Toyota Noah?
Okay, when I viewed the car, firstly, when I got it from the side profile, 15-inch rims. I really hate small rims.
It doesn't look good on a big car, yeah.
Especially on the big car like this, the minimum you should get at least a 17-inch. You know, 17-inch rim.
Yeah.
I will be changing that, not anytime soon maybe, but subsequently I will be changing
your
that.
fuel consumption will be affected also.
Correct. So I need to balance between a 16-inch or maybe a 17.
So right now the car is on?
Now it's on original 15-inch.
15-inch, okay.
Yes, correct. So
and other than the rim, what do you
other than the rim size, the third row seats, if you need to fold it up to have more luggage space, your second row you need to push it in front. If you slide the second row all the way back, so you have the maximum leg room for your passengers, you cannot fold up your third row seats. You cannot go all the way up.
Understand.
Yeah, so because they want to compromise, you have to compromise like this thing But it's just a slight inconvenience Yeah.
What about the performance? How would you rate the performance of this car? Is it powerful enough? Do you feel like you need more power?
It's not a V6, unfortunately.
1.8.
So it's only 1.8. I hope that when I got this car previously, it was a 2.0. It should be a 2.0 because with full load, you need to rev more. But like now, there's only two of us. You can try revving. Okay, there's a pickup. There's a pickup when it's about 3,000 RPM. Not too bad. But when it's a full load, it's quite difficult.
I see. Let's say somebody is looking to get a Voxy or a Noah or an Esquire. Do you have any advice for them?
Okay. If you're looking for an MPV that has a lot of space, but at the same time you want it to be fuel efficient, you can have a look at this car. You need to see the car yourself, then you would know how many passengers that can comfortably sit at the back. And then at the same time, if you have luggages, how many luggages do you have? It's really comfortable to sit in, leather seats, and you're able to customize the seating arrangement. At the back, at the middle row, actually we can sit 3 people. I might be able to demo later on how we can sit 3 people.
Sure. That will be great.
It's very customizable.
Have you driven the Sienta before?
Yes, correct. Prior to this car was the Sienta.
How will you compare that and how do you compare the Sienta to the Voxy?
Noah. Sienta,
Sienta,
it's a 7-seater. It's a compact 7-seater. So do not expect it to be very spacious. Be it the last row or the middle row. The last row, adults will not be able to fit in comfortably. Trust me, it's meant for kids. It's meant for kids. So
fuel efficiency and performance-wise?
Performance-wise, none at all.
Sienta no performance.
None at all. My previous car was the petrol version, not the hybrid
the
version.
1.5, right?
Correct. Both are 1.5. So fuel economy for the petrol version was 10.1 to 11.
That's not very good.
That's not very good. That's not very good. For the hybrid version, I've not tested my own self, but I believe it might increase a bit. It might increase a bit, but
So in terms of because this car is more expensive than the Sienta, do you think it's worth the money or not?
Okay. If you have a small family,
Sienta is okay.
You can consider the Sienta. Small family meaning you have 4 to 5 persons at most, but you want to do some shopping, you want to store some stuff more. The Sienta comes with foldable seats as well. You're able to get some boot space. So, but if you have more than 5 people, 6, 7, a car
very
like
tight,
this, for Sienta is very tight for you. So a car like this would be more suitable.
Understand. Anything else you want to share about your Toyota Noah?
I think one point to take note if the all 3 variants, the Noah, Voxy and Esquire, they do not have an auto tailgate feature.
None of them have it?
None of them have it as an auto tailgate feature. Even though for the higher spec model, this is the base model Noah X. The higher spec is a Noah SI that comes with the body kit. That also doesn't have auto tailgate. You have to fix it yourself which I've already done.
About 1K, right? I think.
My auto tailgate is 650.
650.
Yeah, 650 local. Yes.
Thanks so much for sharing.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this review. Do like, share, comment and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Alright. Cheers. Bye.